Aufnahme ist gestartet. Okay. Ich freue mich. Seid ihr bereit? Das muss ich aber jetzt, das muss ich so machen. Oh. Warte. Ich habe vergessen, etwas zu machen. Ich wusste doch, dass mir das passiert. So, okay. So, hier. Jetzt können wir richtig starten. Ich bin gespannt. Okay. Komm, Digga, nee. Ja, wir wollen spielen, ne? Machen wir jetzt. Wir starten jetzt, wirklich. So. Today I will land another hit on you, Karma. Aha, also ist Karma jetzt wieder, genau, in seiner fraulichen Kleidung unterwegs. If you can, darling, I welcome the challenge. Princess, your side is open. Möbelrücken. I bring my sword up closer to my side as Garland strikes me. Tonight is the first night I get to use a real sword as opposed to a practice sword. The sounds of metal clashing echoes into the night. Is this what a real battle feels like? Ah, stimmt. Wir bereiten uns ja jetzt vor, dass wir ihren Papa und die Mutter von Emmeline und Rod holen. Befreien, ne? Das war das Letzte, was wir, glaube ich, in der Story da hatten. Ja. We have been practicing under skirmish conditions for the last few days. Since tomorrow is the day we enact our plan, we are doing some last-minute practice. Remember, fighting back to back is better than doing it alone. Claude judges Julian's sword as he speaks, but I notice that he seems to be taking special care not to look in my direction. Ja, warum wohl? He's been fine for the last few days, but I'm not sure when his pain will return. If only he would tell me what was wrong with him. Zack. Ich hab vergessen, was zu machen. So, ich musste noch mal was ändern. Sorry. Jetzt geht's weiter. So. When Claude finally calls the end of practice, we are all exhausted. Good job, everyone. You'll all be fine tomorrow. Garland turns to face me, a soft expression on his face. And if it comes down to it, Julian and I will protect you. Ja, stimmt, sie ist ja immer noch hier die große Hexe, ne? Die große Nachfahrin der großen Hexe. Ja, so ganz im Ernst, so verhält sie sich auch, ne? Wenn man so wirklich den Begriff, also ja, in dem Sinne, ach egal. Ihr versteht, glaube ich, was ich meine. Garland looks over his shoulder at Claude. Both of you, that's our job as knights. I'm quite capable of protecting myself, but I do appreciate the offer. It's late, we should all get some rest. Ach stimmt, er ist ja auch ein Prinz, das heißt, er muss auch so Special Care und sowas bekommen. The two knights excused themselves, leaving me with Claude. Jenka, you should go to bed. Princess? I have a feeling I won't sleep much tonight anyway. Ja, du dumme Nudel, du musst. Du musst schlafen. Be that as it may, you should still try. Richtig, was Claude sagt. Ohne Witz. Nimm dir ein Beispiel. I'm about to retire for the night as well. Was nehmen wir? Was nehmen wir? Ich will die richtige Antwort wählen. Ich habe so Angst. Leute, ihr dürft mich steinigen, wenn ich falsche Entscheidungen treffe. About what? Claude takes a step back and I stare at his hand absently moves to his chest. Are you really okay, Claude? Oh, dieser Gesichtsausdruck, den fühle ich. Den fühle ich so sehr. I've been perfectly fine this past week. He's lying. He's obviously in pain. Why do you have to keep your pain a secret? Oh, das war eine falsche Entscheidung. Ich sehe es. Guck mal, da oben in der Ecke ist ja kein Diamant aufgetaucht. Why won't you talk to me? Ja. Ja. Ich sollte aufhören, mir zu misstrauen. Welchen Film hast du eigentlich zuletzt gesehen oder welche Empfehlungen hast du? Welchen Film habe ich zuletzt gesehen? Ich glaube, zuletzt habe ich Police Academy geschaut, den ersten. Es war Samstagabend. Jo. Aber ich habe den nicht ganz geschaut, weil Samstag hatte ich ja Uni. Und es war ein bisschen heavy, weil wir hatten halt wirklich diese 7,5, 8 Stunden am Stück. Ohne Pause. Also wir hatten keine richtige Pause. Wir haben zwar so alle 1,5 Stunden ungefähr mal kurz eine Pipi-Pause gemacht. Und wer halt nicht auf Klo musste, der durfte in sein Brot beißen. Aber so eine richtige Pause haben wir halt nicht gemacht. Deswegen war ich auch so fertig und habe vielleicht eine halbe Stunde, eine Dreiviertelstunde nur geschaut. Ja, so ungefähr. Unmenschlich. Wirklich. Also das war echt heftig. I've told you before that some things are better kept a secret, Princess. Also das mit Police Academy. Ach so, warum? Ach so, dass ich den nicht ganz geschaut habe, oder was? Ich finde Police Academy witzig. Claude sighs out, then leans forward to set a hand on my head. Jenka, promise you'll stay behind me if we are attacked. And if at any point it looks like we may not make it, you're to run as fast as you can back to the margin. But that is cowardly. Nee, schon noch das Uni-Ding. Ja, ich habe auch gute Erinnerungen, aber habe auch Angst, dass es den Test der Zeit nicht überstanden hat. Nee, ich glaube, gerade der erste Film ist, glaube ich, so einer, der immer gut ist. Genauso wie Zurück in die Zukunft. Seit er rauskam bis jetzt ist er immer noch gut. Von meinem Papa sogar der Lieblingsfilm. Und ich mag zum Beispiel auch immer noch Sissy. Alle 3 Filme. Liebe ich immer noch. Das unterschreibe ich. Jenka, don't you remember what I said before? Sometimes running is the right thing to do. Never run into an impossible situation. Instead, live to fight another day. Oh, das ist gut. Prinz von Samunda ist auch gut. Yes. Gucke ich zwar nicht so gern, also was heißt nicht so gerne? Ich würde jetzt nicht sagen, boah, ey, heute mal Prinz von Samunda geben. Aber wenn meine Eltern den zum Beispiel schauen wollen, dann gucke ich auch mit. Dann sage ich nicht nein und sage auch nicht so, boah, nee oder boah, ja, geil. Sondern guck den halt. Aber so an sich ist das ein guter Film. Und promise me you'll stay behind, please, Jenka. Give me the peace of mind. Okay, I promise. I promise you. Wenigstens diesen Schmerz soll er nicht haben. Also den Schmerz der Sorge. If it will make him feel better before going into his mission, I cannot deny his request. Claude's expression softens as he moves away from me. I'll stay behind you. Wir haben anfangs so viele Entscheidungen falsch getroffen. Oh Mann, ich hoffe so sehr, dass wir dennoch alles richtig machen. Let's attempt sleep in preparation for tomorrow. When this is all over, I'll pry Claude's secrets out of him. Yes. Das darfst du machen. I love it. Wirklich. Tonight is the night and everyone is just about ready to go. I can't get this feeling of foreboding off my chest. Boah, ich hab's auch mit dem Vorlesen heute, ne? Everyone is gathered close to the door, ready to see us off. Everyone except Princess. Ja, natürlich. Rumpelstilzchen. Rumpel suddenly appears and is coming up to stand right next to him. What are you two doing here? Well, of course, we came to wish you good luck, just like everyone else here. We'll be waiting for you tonight so that we can celebrate everyone's return. Kriege ich das heute noch hin? So. Be careful. Oh, Rod. Emmeline, who has been everywhere with her brother since they came here, is standing right beside him now with a smile. I'll pray for your safe return. Pray hard. Ohne Witz. Her smile wavers, and I can tell she's uncertain. She has the great knights of Caldera, 2 witches and a prince. She'll be fine. True. True. Rod's response are curt as usual, but I cannot help but notice the hesitance in his voice. Even though he stares at me without expression, I think I can see a ting of worry in his eyes. Rest assured, ich sollte öfter laut vorlesen. Ich weiß teilweise nicht, wie man manche Wörter ausspricht. Witzig. That we will keep the princess safe. We're not going to let Alcester get away with what he did to Angel and its royal family. Parfait steps forward last. She and Laura glance at each other, and I feel as if some secret message bounces between the two of them. Delora nods ever so slightly before Parfait turns to the rest of us. Her eyes eventually fall on me. You've changed since you've been here, Princess, but your dedication and resolve never wavers. It has always been there, just beneath the surface. Beneath? Beneath? Wo bist du? Beneath? Ja, ne? Stubbornness or resolve. It is as if Parfait is able to read my thoughts. She smiles as she sets a hand on my shoulder. Your dedication is very much like King Gennaro. Sorry. You're proud and honorable and always take steps in the right direction. Beneath! Mann! Das wird mich lange verfolgen. That is why I know you'll be back tonight. Just as Rumpel said, we'll all be waiting for you. All of you, stay safe tonight. I nod my head as everyone gathered around begins to repeat their hearty goodbyes. It is Delora who walks away first. We all follow behind. The night has just begun. Ob wir heute schon irgendwas so magical machen können? Our way to the palace gates is uneventful, but we pause some distance away from them to take shelter in a nearby alley. There are knights everywhere. Walls points to what looks like a regular section of the wall. There's the hidden door to the tunnels. If we time it right between the night's patrols, we should be able to make it. On my signal. Claude puts a hand on my shoulder and squeezes. It is an abrupt gesture and doesn't last long, but the motion calms my nerves somewhat. We will be fine. Je öfter man es sich sagt, desto eher wird es wahr, okay? We will be fine. We will be fine. Wir kriegen Karma. Wir kriegen Karma. Wir werden Möbel rücken. Wir kriegen Karma und werden Möbel rücken. Ja. Our footsteps echo in the tunnel. Standing in front of me are Jurian and Galen, who are flanking walls. Delora stands beside me and Claude is at my back. The small tunnel makes it seem like we brought a lot of people this way. We silently follow Wall's instructions. Warum ist eigentlich Walls dabei? Also ich meine, er ist zwar ein Hexer, aber solange er verflucht ist, kann er keine Magie benutzen und das heißt erst gleich wehrlos. Verlieren wir Walls? Ach nee, Frage für jemanden, der sonst arbeiten war. Möbelrücken ist. Zwinker, zwinker, Möbelrücken. Möbelrücken ist. Möbelrücken. Und Karma packt der Jenka von hinten an die Schulter. Das hebt die Stimmung. Ja, da kommt Freude auf. Ja. How is it that Walls knows about these tunnels? Das frage ich mich aber auch. Wer ist Walls? I've already taken into account the guards and where they might be positioned based on Prince Rod's information. We should be all right. Galen and I will act as distractions if needed. Gut, danke. Knattern. Richtig. Es ist Knattern. Princess, leave most of the fighting to us if there's any to be done. I know. I will only fight if I need to. Okay. If only I wasn't cursed, I would be able to fight to my full extent. Du bist so groß wie ein Kind. Was willst du denn ausrichten? Oh mein Gott, ich habe so Schmerzen. Ich weiß nicht, ob man das sieht, aber ich war heute bei einer Blutentnahme. Aua. Doch, so ein bisschen sieht man hier, dass es blau ist. Das tut so weh. Ich kann meinen Arm nicht ganz ausstrecken. Ich hasse das. Ich bin... Oh. Einmal so richtig so poken in meinen Oberarm und ich kriege da direkt einen blauen Fleck. Das ist so schlimm. Ich sehe ständig grün und blau geprügelt aus. Aber ich werde nicht geprügelt, okay? Ich stoße mich einfach nur viel. Ich bin einfach nur tollpatschig. Doch stimmt, hätte schwören können, da sitzen 2 Liter weniger Jenka heute. Die haben 3 Pullen abgezogen von mir. Ich habe mich danach gefühlt wie, boah, keine Ahnung wer. Aber schlimm. Aber wenigstens habe ich die Farbe im Gesicht nicht verloren. Passiert uns häufig. I think you're still quite capable without all of your magic. Puppetier. Ja, Puppetier! Oh, a compliment? It's an honor. Miss Karma? No. I'm only in this dress because of Jurian, you know? Jurian crosses her arms and cocks an eyebrow at Claude. I wouldn't fall in love with you, no matter what you say. Ah, hallo? Die hat ja jetzt auch Galen, okay. That's what they all say. We're here. Snoo, snoo, öckeln, was spielen wir? Knattern geht auch. Suddenly, everyone goes quiet. I feel a lot heavier as I stare at the staircase in front of me. This should lead to the throne room. I didn't know we had a secret passage in the throne room. Was ist das denn für ein Wort? Throne Room. How much does Waltz know about the palace? Der war bestimmt in seinem vorherigen Leben. Wer war er? Nur weil er wurde ja verflucht und ist dann zum Kind geworden? Oder ist er einfach nie größer geworden? Nee, ich glaube, er ist wieder so ein bisschen kleiner geworden, halt zum Kind. Das heißt, er könnte jetzt auch, wenn sie, ich zeige dahin, weil sie halt bei mir da ist, ne? Aber ich meine, sie demnächst 18 wird. Das heißt, theoretisch könnte er ja auch schon Mitte 20, Ende 20 sein. Und dementsprechend hätte er ja fast schon vor ihrer Geburt als kleines Kind oder zu ihrer Geburt, sodass sie sich nicht erinnern kann, im Palast irgendwie hätte arbeiten können oder so. Und das war kein Deutsch, aber ihr habt mich schon auf jeden Fall verstanden. Oh, meine Nase. Immediately after we step into the throne room, we split apart to avoid the guards' gazes. I stick close to Claude and Waltz as Delora conjures a blanket of shimmering fog that envelops the guards. Pew! I watch as the guards' eyes close before they slump to the ground. Delora drops her hands once all the guards are truly asleep. Amazing how intolerant humans are to magic. Let's keep going. Getting through the palace is no easy feat. Hallways that were easy to get through before difficult to traverse. Now with all of the soldiers standing around. Delora casts a spell to silence our footsteps into quiet muffles, but moving is still difficult, especially with such a group. Eventually, we arrive just outside the tunnels that should lead to the castle's prison. I'll stand watch. Be careful. Be careful, Waltz. I will. We enter another network of tunnels. Jurian Garland, after you. Jurian glances at me briefly and then at Claude, who nods, a little stiffly. We'll be right back. Juckeln, knattern, schnattern, pflügen, schnackseln. Oh, schnackseln mag ich auch, das Wort. In accordance with the plan, Claude and I are left at the hallway point of the tunnels to ensure a clean escape as Delora, Jurian and Garland continue on to the prison. They should be fine. But I'm still worried. My eyes wander to Claude and I bite down on my lower lip when I notice that his hand is once again raised to his chest. I find myself reaching out to grab Claude's hand, but he swiftly pulls it away. Du lernst auch nicht, ne? The glare on his face takes me by surprise. Why is he so angry? Claude puts a hand to his chest and flinches as he leans on the wall. Not now. Nee, stirbt er? Please. His voice sounds pained. What is he talking about, Claude? I just need some space, princess. But I'm fine. I cannot help but feel irritated at the way Claude has snapped at me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be this way. He trails off, his eyes distant, because of your curse, right? Most of the time he's sociable and a pleasure to talk to, but then he reverts to the state, and it's like he is two different... it is like he is two different people. I cannot understand why he's like this. Why do I care so much for someone who keeps secrets? Mädel! Das nennt sich Liebe. Das ist Liebe. Jenka, I wish I could explain, but if I did, you would hate me. Never! Or more accurately, you would be afraid of me. Das Pudern hätte ich noch. Oh, Pudern ist auch gut. Habe ich auch neulich, ich weiß nicht mehr bei wem gelernt. Ich will das Richtige nehmen. Was nehme ich denn? Ich will das Richtige nehmen. Ja! Was mache ich? Was mache ich? Was nehme ich? Ich weiß es nicht. Mann. Ah. Diese Entscheidung. Puh, dann habe ich neulich auch. Ich weiß, ich war dabei, ich habe es im Chat erklärt. Ja, guck mal. Mann. Was klingt mehr, als würde es... Sollen wir einfach sagen, so, boah, egal was ist, ich sag jetzt schon, ich könnte niemals afraid of you sein, oder sagen wir, wieso sollte ich denn überhaupt afraid of you sein? Also, Denglisch at its finest, wirklich. Ja, okay. Warum sind die Antworten auch so gleich? Erzählst du es mir jetzt? Why would I be afraid of you? You've never done anything frightening before. That's right. You aren't a frightening person. The only time you ever frightened me... Frightened. Please use proper English. Frighten me is when you're like this. When you look like you're in pain and when you keep secrets. The secrets are my own selfish desire, but they are for your safety too. You're talking in circles. Why won't you just tell me what is going on? Claude's voice trails off at the sound of running. His hand moves quickly to the hilt of his sword, just as I reach for mine. We only relax when we see that it is Julian, Garland and Delora heading towards us. Oh mein Gott, habt ihr das gesehen? Kann ich zurückmachen? Ich dachte gerade eben, dort stünde... Warte, ihr seht ja meine Maus. Ich dachte gerade eben, dort stünde noch ein S. In einem ganzen Spiel. Also, sorry, wenn ich jetzt mal kurz ranten muss. Es heißt doch eigentlich towards. Mit einem S hinten dran. Oder habe ich falsch Englisch gelernt? Okay. Rage ändern. Sorry. Why are they alone? Where are the king and the queen? They weren't in the prison. What? I have no idea where else they could be. Delora steps out from between the two of them, her expression somber. This doesn't bode well for us at all. We can't keep sneaking without a direction. That's a sure way to get caught. Oh mein Gott, Leute, es war eine falsche Antwort. Ist euch da... Wir verlieren Karma, Leute. Nein. Nee. Nee. Ich fange wirklich an zu heulen, wenn zum Ende hin wir Karma verlieren und das schlechte Ende kriegen sollen. Ich fange wirklich an zu heulen. Ich kann das. Ich verspreche es euch, ich kann das. Aber ich will nicht heulen. Da kriege ich Kopfschmerzen. Kein Möbelrücken, ich weiß es nicht, Doro. Ich weiß es nicht. Geht wohl beides. Ich bin der Meinung, da müsste ein S dran. That's a sure way to get caught. The words have just left her mouth when the alarm sounds behind us. Oops, don't tell me. That was the alarm. Mach doch keinen Scheiß. Ja, da kann ich doch nichts für. It's the alarm. Everyone draws their weapons as Waltz appears, running towards us. With a Harriet's Running towards... Ne, ich sag ja auch immer towards. Meine Bitrate crasht gerade. Sie hat sich wiederholt. Running towards us with a harried expression on his face. Du hast die Antwort gewählt. Ja, aber trotzdem kann ich doch nichts für. Das waren 2 gleiche Antworten. Also im Prinzip fast. The knights are on their way. How did they know we were here? In seconds I hear the clanking of metal, and then there are knights upon us. We are forced to scatter to deal with different opponents. A guard rushes at me with his sword, and I somehow manage to block his attack. Wir wollen nicht vergessen, ne? Sie hat erst vor kurzem Schwertkampf gelernt, während dieser Soldat da, dieser Soldat da, ausgebildet ist, ne? So, just saying, just saying. Es gibt sogar einen zweiten Teil von dem ganzen Spiel hier, aber das kostet Geld. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das machen werde irgendwann. Ich habe auch die Rezension gelesen und da stand, dass die Bilder und sowas nicht so gut sein sollen wie in dem ersten Spiel, dass sie dann im zweiten bisschen, wie sagt man, die sehen da so ein bisschen jünger aus und haben nicht so viel Textur, also so mehr Schatten und so mehr Ebene. Wenn es keinen Umzug gibt, dann weiß ich auch noch nicht. Ich weiß es auch nicht, Doku. I should be able to wind around him. Wind. The knight falls after I catch him from behind and give Claude an opening to attack him. Jenka, okay. Chill, Claude. Stay behind me. Okay. I promised I would, remember? Let's keep it that way. Und diese Beine, ich schwöre. A smile flashes across his face, and for a few moments he seems more like the Claude I know. A knight manages to separate Claude and I, leaving me by myself. He grabs my arm. Unhand me! War das jetzt sie oder war das Delora? Müsste Delora sein, weil Delora hat doch so alles so lila, rosa. I watch in shock as the shimmering fog surrounds my attacker, his eyes closing as he slumps to the ground. He's only the first to fall. Seconds later, most of the knights in my immediate vicinity have fallen to the ground. I can tell by the subtle rise and fall of their chest that they are asleep. Sorry, I couldn't focus long enough to cast that spell earlier. Okay, es war Delora. Ich dachte schon, wir wären jetzt aus uns rausgekommen. Das wäre heavy. Delora drops her hands and turns to address Waltz, Claude, and I. Head toward the entrance hall. The king must be in one of the central rooms. Julian, Garland, and I will head to the bedchambers in the east wing to look for the queen. Splitting up is not part of the plan. Splitting up ist niemals die Lösung. Auch in Horrorfilmen nicht. Wenn man schon hört so, lasst uns verschiedene Wege gehen und gucken. Lasst uns trennen. Nee, tut es einfach nicht. Bleibt zusammen, hallo. We don't have much of a choice anymore if we're going to get the king and queen out of here. We have to improvise. True. Wobei, das ist halt aber schon wirklich true, ne? Wenn die wirklich beide retten wollen, so. Now go. Claude grabs my hand and jerks his head at Waltz. Let's go. This... Jetzt kann ich nicht mehr vorlesen. Ja, hoch? Wie war's ja hoch? Hä? The three of us rush out and into one of the palace hallways. I keep my gaze forward while Waltz and Claude watch for the enemies on either side of us. On our right! Sylvie, hallöchen. Kann nicht schreiben. Alles klar, viel Spaß im Lurki. Und willkommen zu Hause. Claude grabs his sword and moves before Waltz and I can respond. He dives slow toward a soldier, his sword poised straight for a devastating blow. Kann sein, dass ich mich verhört habe. Lese nicht mit. Wenn du es falsch gehört hast, dann lese ich auch einfach schlecht vor. Knights begin to approach us from the left and I raise my sword, reading myself. Oops. Walt snaps his fingers, a flash of light blinding the man in the immediate vicinity, and I use the opportunity to rush the knights in front of me. I grit my teeth as I attack. Most of my blows are lucky. There are too many knights for me to be able to get the upper hand. There are so many of them. Well, well, if it isn't the most desirable princess. Wie heißt er nochmal? Alcester? I whip around to attack the man that spoke to me, but he is nowhere to be found. Where is he? Who are you? I wonder. Ich hab Angst, es ist Fritz. Jenka! I turn and see Claude running towards me, a panicked expression in his eyes. Oh mein Gott, ich bin so nervös gerade. I take a step. Ich kann nicht mehr. Das Ganze macht mich nervös. I take a step towards him when a masked man suddenly blocks my path. Wir konnten den auswählen. Wir konnten den ganz am Anfang auswählen, aber wir konnten ihn nicht auswählen, aber er stand zur Auswahl. Das heißt, in der zweiten Runde könnten wir ihn theoretisch auswählen. Und bei ihm war halt so ein Schloss, ne? Also wir konnten den nicht, also in dem Fall nicht auswählen. Wir konnten ja nur Rumpelstilzchen, Karma und Waltz auswählen, nur die 3. Und dann gab es noch ihn und ich glaube Fritz. Aber ich glaube, je nachdem, für was man sich entscheidet, welche Entscheidung man trifft, kriegt man nach und nach andere Optionen. Oh mein Gott, das ist so spannend. Who are you? I raise my sword, but the masked man taps his cane on the floor before I can swing. Echt fällt gar nicht auf, dass ich schlecht vorlese. Ich glaube, ich lese richtig schlecht vor. An incredible pressure blasts out from the cane. It shoves Claude to the floor and blows me backwards. I hit the wall hard and my vision darkens. Ja, natürlich. Direkt erstmal klar. Natürlich. Ich bin so nervös, dass ich das versuche zu verdrängen. Claude. Claude. Where am I? Why can't I see anything? My head hurts. Rise and shine, Sleeping Beauty. Bin ich jetzt in deinen Armen? Du mit der schwarzen Maske und den schwarzen Haaren in schwarzer Kleidung. I jerk upright at the familiar voice. You're the man who knocked me out. Okay, alles klar. The man laughs and I blink as I try to pinpoint the direction of his voice. Did he blindfold me? I command you to take off this blindfold. Ich glaube nicht, dass... ich glaube, der hat ein bisschen gezaubert. I don't take orders from princesses that no one remembers. But I'm a gentleman, so I suppose I shall have to heed a lady's request. Okay, sie hatte doch einen Blindfold auf. Aber ja, gut, okay. The blindfold is abruptly pulled off and I flinch at the sudden brightness. Why, hello there, princess. Ich versuche den jetzt mal so ein bisschen anders zu lesen, okay? Damit mehr Dynamik ins Ganze hier kommt. My captor looks at me, amused. He wears a crooked grin on his masked face and a cape on his shoulders. Who is he? My eyes wander to the throne and I cannot help but gasp at what I see. Daddy! Dad! Das hat keiner gelernt! The king is strapped to the throne. Hands bound, mouth covered. Your Majesty! The king pauses to look at me, his eyes containing a mixture of alarm and confusion. I turn to glare at the masked man. Let him go! No can do, princess, though... Don't you think he still looks regal? Sitting on his throne like that? Hört sich das an nach mehr Dynamik? I grit my teeth as I begin to struggle against my bonds. Struggle all you like. Struggle all you like. You won't get out of those nuts anytime soon. Who are you? Mit einer Verbeugung sogar. Mit einem Knicks. The masked man drops into an elegant bow. Okay. Karma, wo bist du? Es wird schwierig. Ganz, ganz schwierig. Ich wavere. I'm called Varg. Warum? Diese Namen. I'm called Varg. I'm called Varg. Varg? What have you done to my father? Me? Nothing. Well, nothing much. I guess gagging a person and trying their hands behind their back counts as something. Are you working for Sir Alcester? I don't work for anyone. So he's a mercenary? The door flies open and Alcester steps in, his face full of anger. Der erinnert mich an jemanden, aber ich weiß nicht an wen. Also, der da hinten. Der da hinten erinnert mich. Aber... Ich habe Bark verstanden. Nun, hallo Belly. Bello. Nein, wie war das noch bei Nintendogs? Bello, ne? Bark. Bark. Mithras the fool. How absolutely useless he was. Varg gives a dismissive shrug. He regards me again with his mischievous smile. Mischievous, ne? While I do agree with that wholeheartedly, that man is in the past. Here, in the present, we have someone far more interesting to deal with. Varg gestures at me. I glare at Varg before turning my gaze to Alcester. I used to think Alcester was someone to be respected. Not anymore. If it isn't the princess herself. Warum kann er sich eigentlich an uns erinnern? You remember who I am? Once Mithras made the connection, it was just too obvious to be false. Could Sir Mithras remember me? Alcester shifts his attention to the king. Gennaro, do you not remember this girl as your own blood daughter? My eyes meet the king's, but I see no recognition in his gaze. He cannot remember me. I haven't managed to break my curse yet. Why are you doing this to my father, to the kingdom? Everything I do for the kingdom. All success... All successful rulers have run with an iron fist. Fear is the best motivation. A king that is too lenient and does not inspire fear has no business being on the throne. But the people of Angia love their king. Before I had thought that the town people were despicable because they hated me. Ich sollte mitlesen. Ich kenne die Hälfte der Wörter auch nicht, oh, keine Sorge. Wenn das das Problem ist, ich kenne die Hälfte der Wörter auch nicht. Now I understand those reasons. They may have judged me as mother's daughter, which is wrong, but does that mean... but that doesn't mean they should be subject to a regime of fear. Your obligation as a ruler is to rule for the country, not the people. Back when the queen was still alive and this place knew the fear of the witches, they were far more productive. Ich verstehe die ganze Zeit beim Sorry. Fear motivates. Fear makes a man. Was für eine Kacke laberst du? King Alcester. You better have a good excuse for interrupting. Your Highness, there's a beast! Nein! 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 Ich habe voll gequakt! Ist Karma zum Biest geworden? Nur er hat den... Ihr sollt mich doch nicht so nennen. Claude. Ich glaube, er ist zum Biest geworden. Aber geht das? Das ergibt doch gar keinen Sinn. Aber so vieles ergibt da ja sowieso keinen Sinn. Karma. Claude. Mann. Your Highness, there's a beast. What are you blathering about, you fool? A beast, a magical beast is rampaging around the palace. Oh, no, rampaging, nein. Ey, wir einigen uns, sollte irgendetwas passieren, dass das Biest, ich weiß ja auch noch nicht mal, ob das Biest überhaupt Claude ist, aber sollte er es sein, sollte irgendjemand eine Waffe gegen ihn richten, laufen wir davor, okay? Wir opfern uns. Punkt. Das haben wir jetzt gerade eben beschlossen. Beast! Beast! Is this the dead witch's doing? Nein. Ich glaube nicht. Dead witch? No, no, Delora is fine. Delora ist tot? Hä? Warum sterben gerade alle? Hä? Ach, ging es nicht um Karma? Es ging um Claude. Wir nennen ihn jetzt nur noch Claude. Out with it. Did Mithras do this? What? I cannot stop myself from blurting out the question. So Mithras is a witch? He was a witch, but now he is dead. He turns to his knight and demands more information. I am too shocked to hear their words. Sir Mithras, a witch? Impossible. What of the other palace intruders? Jetzt bin ich verwirrt. Ich bin ultra verwirrt. Wirklich. Karma ist Claude? Ja. Nee, Claude ist Karma. Also, seine wahre Form ist ja die männliche Form, Claude, mit K. Aber dadurch, dass er so viele Namen hat, also sein erster Name beginnt mit K, Claude halt, und dann hat er einen zweiten Namen mit A, danach mit R, danach mit M und danach wieder mit A, deswegen Karma. Aber we managed to apprehend some of them, but we can't get them. We can't get to everyone with that beast taking us out. That damned Mithras, still a pain even after death. What did you do to Sir Mithras? Did you not hear me, girl? He's dead, killed by my hand. Was denn? Pöbis! Lol, ich dachte, das wären die ganze Zeit immer unterschiedliche Menschen. Doro. But why? He was helpful at first. We worked together to achieve our own personal goals. He eyes me cautiously. He wanted you, princess. If Sir Mithras was a witch, that would explain why he still remembered me. Why did he want me? Who knows? It doesn't matter anymore. I gave him my knights to assist him in his search when the witches could not. But in the end, that fool was too power hungry. You never entered into my plans. You would have been safe, princess, had you just stayed put. But now that you're here, you'll come in handy. Alcester turns back to the knight, who immediately bursts into explanation once more. The beast is moving quickly. We don't know how much longer we can keep it from this room. There's a beast in the palace? And it's Sir Mithras doing? I'm so confused. Ja, Mann, wirklich. Ich bin auch confused. So, wenn er tot ist, ist er tot. Junge. Mein Lord. And what about the others? Are they okay? Ich bin so nervös. Mich juckt schon alles. Let me go, Alcester. You're not going anywhere. It sounds like some of your friends are very persistent. They'll be coming for you. And when they get here, I will kill them. You, princess, are going to make an excellent bait. No, but now you'll come in handy. Aber jetzt bekommst du ein Handy. You know, I like this turn of events. Kind of amusing. You tell me what all this is. Varg looks unmoved by Alcester's anger. It is Mithras that summoned this beast, is it not? Then you must know what is happening. You're asking me? Of all people? Ha! As if I would be able to answer any of your questions. You! Boah, hab ich mich erschreckt. Varg! It doesn't matter how many times you say my name, Alcester. I won't have any answers for you. Boah, ich habe so einen heftigen Puls gerade. Ich merke richtig, wie alles so macht. Wie nennt sich das? Wie alles so pocht, so. So Alcester turns to me, his eyes manic. Whether this is Mithras magic or magic belonging to one of your friends, I'm not going to let it live. Could Delora create a beast out of thin air? Wir springen davor. Wir springen davor. Ich will nicht. Ich will nicht weitermachen. So Alcester draws his sword from his sheath and curses under his breath. I squirm, desperate to find some kind of break in my restraints. Varg surprises me, however, by reaching down and cutting the ropes binding my arms with a sword that I recognize. You have my sword! I stand up quickly as I can. Oh god, as quickly as I can and grab the sword from him. That was too easy. I eye Varg warily, and his mouth twists into a smirk. What are you doing? Why are you helping me? Help? All I did was cut some ropes. Besides, I'm curious to see what you'll do with that toothpick of a sword. Wir haben jetzt nicht gleich die Wahl, das Biest zu erstechen. Ich habe... Ich krieg gleich Nervenzusammenbruch. Nie. He talks like he doesn't care at all what happens. Don't think about it too much, princess. It's probably a little too much for your small head. I swing my sword towards him, and Var catches it with his cane. You really think that I'm the one you should be fighting? The door creaks and falls off its hinge. The knights stumble back, and I hear screaming as loud footsteps sounds against the hall's tiles. So what will you do? Run? Hide? Or will the beast kill you too? 9. Leute. Ah! Nein! Ich kann mich nicht so festhalten. My eyes focus on the large figure entering the room. Though I cannot make out specifics at first, the form grows more distinct the further it moves into the room. Whatever this is, I cannot fight it. There's a moment of eerie silence, and then Alcester yells and the knights rush forward, attacking the beast as a collective. The beast throws them off with surprising nimbleness, his rage in every swipe. I dodge away just before a man's body falls on top of me. Leute, ich habe Angst. Ich habe wirklich Angst. Ich weiß, ist das jetzt Karma oder nicht? Was soll ich gleich auswählen? Ich wette darauf, dass wir gleich wieder so eine Auswahl-Dingenskirchens bekommen. Over here, beast. Sir Alcester rushes at the beast. I finally manage to get a clear line of sight to the king, who is still bound and helpless on the throne. The king. I have to get him out of here. I run toward the... I run towards the throne, but someone stops me dead in my tracks. Saving the king really shouldn't be a priority right now. I grit my teeth and swing my sword at Varg, but he easily darts away from me. I would be watching my back. It is then that I notice the beast slowly making its way toward me. Towards me. Why would it be after me? Either I stay here and fend it off, or Alcester catches the beast with a broad swipe of his sword, and the two are focused once more on each other. Ich bin so nervös, Leute. Hilfe. I glance urgently at the king, then at the doors. Warlord, Hallöchen, wie geht's dir? The beast moves again, and I realize that it is once more heading towards me. There's no way I can help the king in all of this mess. I need help. I have to find the others. Hopefully Alcester will keep this beast busy long enough for me to get them. I turn and bolt through the room, weaving my way through the chaos of knights as I head towards the door. Gut, soweit. Warte noch 4 Minuten auf die Pizza gerade. Nice. I glance over my shoulder one last time at the king. His eyes are trained on the battle before him. His hands grip the arms of his throne, but there's nothing he can do. Er ist ein Biest im Möbelrücken. Hisko, das ist jetzt gerade eine ernste Sache, okay? I'm so sorry. I'll be back. Mann! I'll be back. But for now, I have to find the others. I dart past the carnage in the room, stepping over and around bodies as they appear. Halfway to the door, the beast lunges past Sir Alcester, and for a few moments I think he might be attacking me. Stay back! I hold my sword out in front of me and stand in a defensive position, like Claude taught me, but the beast never reaches me. You've ruined everything, beast. Alcester is suddenly in front of me, waving his sword at the beast. I stumble back towards the doors. My heart beating loudly. Ich kann nicht mehr. Ich bin so am Zittern. Ich bin so am Zittern. Ich habe Angst. Das ist gerade eine ernste Sache. Nein, Jenny, es ist ein Spiel. Nein, es ist ernst. Es ist nicht nur ein Spiel, okay? Wir lieben Karma, ja? Einfach eine Lese-Challenge oder wie? Ja, wirklich. I have to get out of here. Bro. Stand da gerade eben The Beast and the Beauty? Es ist Karma. Es ist Karma, Leute. Das Biest ist Karma. Ich bin so am Zittern. Where did the beast come from? Knights immediately rush towards me. I back away as far as I can without re-entering the throne room. Princess, come quietly and we'll keep you somewhere safe until this all dies down. The Beast and the Sinner stand da. Das hört sich aber nicht an wie irgendwie eine gute Route. Hab so Visual Novels oft gesehen auf Steam, aber keinen gesehen, der die spielt. Ich spiele sie. Ich spiele sie. Und Doro, viel Spaß im Lurk. Ich brauche später ein Karma-Update. Ja, ich glaube, dieses Update wird es nicht geben, weil Karma, glaube ich, gleich nicht mehr existiert. Ich habe Angst, dass wir falsche... Ich glaube, wir haben zu viele falsche Entscheidungen getroffen. Princess, come... Achso, ja. Genau, das hatte ich schon. I raise my sword and stand ready when the knights surround me. I order you to stay out of my way. Our apologies, Princess, but we are under orders from the king. Alcester is not the true king. What did he offer you for your loyalty? Wealth? Statues? That is none of your concern. Hey, aber wird es? One of the knights moves towards me and I react on instinct, swiping at him. You might want to put that down before you hurt yourself, Princess. Do not antagonize me. One knight rushes me and my blade connects with his shoulder. Another approaches me from behind and I hit him with the back of my sword. The third... Sinner gleich Sünder. Ich weiß. Deswegen meinte ich auch, das hört sich nicht gut an. The third moves too fast for me and I feel his blade cut into my shoulder. Excuse me? Wir haben 2023. I hiss at the pain that sings from the wound. I'm bleeding. The next time he swings, I successfully manage to evade him, but then bump into another knight. I'm surrounded. Just come with us, Princess. We don't want to hurt you. No. I feel one of the knight's hands on my shoulder. I attempt to pull away from him, but stop when I hear him scream. The beast stands behind me, eyes narrowed, his mouth gaping wide. A scream escapes my throat. The knights change their focus to attacking the beast, but it easily swipes them away as it advances towards me. It's getting closer. I desperately back up. However, my back soon hits a wall, and with nowhere else to go, I stand in the defensive position that Claude has taught me. I hold out the sword and then use it to throw back the beast's shadowed claw as he reaches out for me. That stands. Ich habe Angst. It talks. Stay away from me. The beast moves towards me again and I stumble in place, struggling to hold my ground. A knight throws his sword, the blade impaling itself into the beast's shoulder and giving me an opening. The beast's wounded arm swings into my reach and I lash out with my sword, managing to draw blood. Princess. Delora would never create a beast like this. This has to be Sir Mithras' doing. An attacking light catches the beast's attention, and I do not wait. As the beast turns, I raise my sword and manage to slide it deep into the beast's chest. Gott. Lizzie? Baby! Oh, meine Babykatze ist hier. Oh, nee. A piercing cry erupts. Mann, Gesundheit! A piercing cry erupts from somewhere deep in its throat, and I stumble back without my sword, which is still stabbed through the creature's heart. Wir haben Karma getötet, glaube ich. The beast collapses to the ground. I stare as it raises a hand to its chest. That motion reminds me so much of... Right. It was all an illusion. Ach Mann. A glimmer of light catches my eye. I freeze as I stare down. Mann, Gesundheit. I freeze as I stare down at the ground. Mann, wir haben Karma getötet. Oh Mann, ich wollte gewinnen. Ich wollte Liebe. Right there, where the blood is already pooling around the sword in the beast's chest, is a rose-shaped locket. Ich fange gleich wirklich an zu heulen. The locket I gave Claude. Why do you... The beast stares up at me with glassy eyes, its mouth barely moving. After a few moments, a low rumbling comes from the beast's throat, and I realize that it is a grisly pained chuckle. Afraid of me, I told you. God. Mein Gott, 15 Stunden für was? Wie lang war das? The beast stares at me, unblinking, but its eyes are already beginning to haze over, the way it speaks, and the locket that it has. I look at the locket again, and the blood's... Ich fang gleich an zu heulen, ich kann nicht. I look at the locket again, and the blood's seeping beneath the surface, and suddenly I realize. If I ever told you the reason, you would hate me, Jenka, or more accurately, you would be afraid of me. Oh, no. No. I kneel down beside the beast. I was wrong. No. Claude! Oh mein Gott, ich fühle es zu sehr. Ich finde schön, dass du es fühlst. The love was real. Boah, ich schwitze so sehr, ne? Ich schwitze so sehr. 15 Stunden. Ja, ich glaube, es waren ungefähr 15 Stunden. Ich kann nachher nochmal gucken. I clutch the locket to my chest as I kneel over the beast. Claude, no, please! I lean down to listen to his breathing, but there's nothing but silence. Everything around me goes dark. I killed him. There's a... Oh mein Gott! Ich kann nicht mehr! There is the sound of footsteps behind me, but they are mute, unimportant. Claude, I'm so sorry.